Um, okay, if you've seen the title of this video, this is very different from the usual videos I'm making on this channel. I've been doing YouTube for 2 years now, near 2 years, and I've seen some things that's happened with this platform and everything like that. This one is something I don't really want to talk about, but I feel like it needs to be talked about. So I should be clear, this is unscripted. I literally just put on my camera because I just couldn't put into words on how this drama is a bit out of proportion and just utterly unfair for big content creators and small ones like myself. And if you've already seen the title of this video, I want to address the Actman versus QuantumTV drama. QuantumTV drama. I don't usually like keeping up to date with YouTube drama. YouTube drama to me is the most idiotic, and I honestly feel like kind of pointless for both sides, because drama can honestly have a big impact on both sides of the spectrum, whereas you're in the right and you're trying to expose the person who's doing bad, or you're the person who's started the drama through pettiness. I don't want to go too much into the QuantumTV stuff, because honestly I'll just leave links to ReviewTech, Mischief, and the Actman videos that you can watch of them addressing the issues with this YouTuber. So, to put it lightly, QuantumTV has broken many policies of YouTube. And it is important for content creators, big or small, to follow these policies. And if they break those policies, whether it be through copyright abusing, bullying, stalking, doxing, cyberbullying, all that stuff, I feel like needs to be enforced. I know it's not easy for a lot of people to just watch every single video to choose what is good, what is bad, so they have to use a bot for it, but the bot system for YouTube is a very flawed system. Because there are YouTubers out there that can get away with nearly anything. If you watch people like Jacksepticeye, he usually gets comments that are making jokes about his dead father. And those YouTube accounts are actually still up to this day, despite the fact they show like very disheartening messages towards Jacksepticeye, like very hurtful messages, which I can imagine anyone would get mad by. QuantumTV is another one of those YouTubers who's broken many rules that was shown in the Actman's video called The Dark Age YouTube. He was pretty tamed in his hot takes video and the other video that came out afterwards. But it seems as though YouTube only paid attention when he brought up the fact YouTube's own platform doesn't enforce their rules. And so what did they do? They struck Actman's video on QuantumTV, saying he had sexual content in it. I've watched that video twice, once by myself when it first came out, and second time with my friends online. There's no sexual nudity at all in the video. Some people theorize it's the cucumber, that really badly photoshopped cucumber that's put into Quantum's mouth, but that's pretty tamed compared to what you would find on YouTube. In fact, if I was to honestly put onto YouTube search erotic movies, I guarantee I could find those. And there would be full-on 2-hour movies from other countries that have sexual content in it. Like, you can full-on watch a sex scene. I mean, I hope not. I hope that got fixed ages ago, but I just really am just struggling to understand why YouTube won't uphold their own rules, and it seemed like they only targeted the Actman because he exposed just how bad they are at their job. And this isn't the first time they've, been this petty towards a big content creator. YouTube creator Markiplier, I think a few years ago, he brought up the fact a YouTuber reacted to a similar video of him when he was doing his Don't Laugh challenge. He reacted to one video, and then another smaller content creator reacted to the same video, but that person got in trouble for showing violence. Markiplier addressed this, saying, fair is fair, it shouldn't you know, I feel like both should suffer, or maybe none. YouTube, out of spite, decided to just strike Markiplier alight. And not only that, at the time I'm recording this, it's on 9th of June 2022, Ant-Man has made multiple tweets and posts expressing how YouTube's now even targeting creators who discuss this topic, including QuantumTV himself, for addressing this, which I don't understand why. Because I feel like if you... QuantumTV has broken many rules, and one of the things I will bring up, which to me is the most pettiest and the most stupid thing any YouTuber can do, he doxed the Ant-Man's mother and made a mild threat. Not like, I'm coming to kill you, that sort of vibe. But he made it clear that he wanted to... he was doing a scare tactic. You know, he managed to find his number, he managed to find out his real name, his address. To me, that should fall under doxing and stalking. That should get your channel, I wouldn't say banned, but at least struck. Because you are inciting that you can connect the dots and find these people. And that is a mild threat, because you're implying I will find you. Like, for instance, let's say I did a reaction or review on a YouTuber and I said they weren't that good. And instead of talking to me, they call out my family or my brother or my sister or any of my family just to try and get to me. And here's the thing that I find annoying about this. Before Quantum called Ant-Man's mother, he spoke to him on Discord, so he clearly had access to speak to the Ant-Man. So that's why it's clearly obvious he did this as a fear tactic. YouTube ignores this and just ruins Ant-Man's livelihood. Like, he's been doing YouTube videos for... I don't know the exact number, I probably should have let that out before this video, but he's been doing YouTube videos for a lot longer than me. And this is the main thing I wanted to address for my viewers and even smaller content creators like myself. I'm only at 200 subscribers. I've been doing this for 2 years and I've built a small audience. But what does this set for future content creators like myself? Let's say, let's say somehow I get enough subscribers that I can monetize my channel next year. With this video I'm making now that addresses that YouTube's not doing a good job enforcing their rules, will this affect my future? I don't plan to make YouTube a career, it's just a hobby to me. But if I could make a bit of side money on this, that would be also great, but I'm being a realist and saying I should probably stick to what job I can get offline and, you know, just do this as a side hobby. But now you're setting this really bad example that you could make horrid messages, you can get away with breaking the rules, making mild threats to someone's family, and just making all this spiteful content and get away with it. But when you call out YouTube for not enforcing their own rules, they will act out of petty, find some really tiny reason to get you in trouble and strike your channel. This should not be allowed. I don't feel like that's not what this platform should be about. I feel like YouTube itself, much like its content creators, should be able to learn from their mistakes. They should be able to look at their rules and think, maybe we need to make some adjustments and maybe we need to, you know, enforce these rules more often. I feel like, okay, I know it's hard for YouTube to look at every single video that gets uploaded a day, like thousands of videos get uploaded a day, to watch every single one of those and decide what to see, fine, because most videos these days are nearly like 2 hours long. So it's, I guess that, yeah, so if you had to review like so many hour-long videos, I think at best you'll probably get around like 12 to 20 videos of those types. But I do feel like if there's clearly some drama going on YouTube, hence this one, they should have looked into both sides. They claim they did, but I don't think they did. Because when QuantumTV, you know, was you know, investigated, they said they couldn't find the videos that Quantum, it showed that all his criminal activity, well, not criminal, he's not a criminal, he's just a very petty content creator. I don't like to speak bad about YouTubers, because that's not what my channel's about, but this issue affects all of us. it affects me, it could affect all future videos and future content creators. Quantum went out of his way to delete those incriminating videos that showed why he broke those rules. And YouTube's trying to deny that they ever existed. But they do exist. They existed on Ackman's video. That was removed because he had sexual content. Here's the thing that really bothers me more about it. They have an editing software in their platform. So years ago when I uploaded my Undertale video, I had to either mute or cut out a tiny section of my video just because it was copyrighted music. So I just muted that and I didn't get copyright strike. You know, win-win for me. So this is the thing that bothers me. If they truly investigated this video and thought this was too sexual, why not message the Ackman and tell him, oh, just remove this small part of your video and we'll leave your video alone. Because it's not sexual content. They know it's not. They just wanted to remove this video, find the most minuscule excuse to get rid of it, just because it made them look bad. Because at this point, I don't really care about QuantumTV. I don't watch his videos to give him attention at all. I don't even Google him or search him up on YouTube. I mostly just watch, you know, what people say about him. Not saying I'm completely biased. I did try and see, you know, from Quantum's perspective, but his perspective is pretty, like, it's bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The way he tried to justify doxing and mild threatening Ackman's mother and family is, you can't justify that. There's no way you can't make that sound creepy. And in the videos that was shown about him from Mischief and ReviewTech and Ackman, there's no way you can't make that not creepy. It's weird. As someone who reviews a show Death Battle, what would happen if, like, I did spoilers for the next video I'm doing on Magneto versus Tetsuo, I wasn't too positive about that episode. But let's say, hypothetically, I uploaded that podcast where I was pretty negative on that episode, and Ben Singer, the host of Death Battle, rang up my mum and saying he's causing drama. It's like, you can't make that not sound creepy. It's weird. And YouTube needs to realise that. And that's all I got to say. I am doing the hashtag justice for Ackman because this shouldn't even be a thing. Like, even if they didn't want to punish QuantumTV, they didn't want to strike him or anything like that, at least give QuantumTV a warning because he's clearly broken multiple rules. He's even ban evading. If they wanted to change the rules about ban evading people who've been banned, that they can come back to the platform as long as they're respectful of their rules, enforce that. You know, let Quantum have a voice, even if it's questionable at times. Let him, but, you know, still uphold him to the same rules that we, as all content creators, big or small or medium, hold them to the same, like, standards that YouTube should be. Like, I feel like YouTube as well himself has to also follow these rules. However, if they're gonna clearly show, I don't know if they're shown support for Quantum, because I've heard that apparently even Quantum's videos talking about the Ackman have also been flagged and also demonetized. I'm hoping that's not just some rumor on Twitter. I'm actually hoping that's true, because if it's not true and Quantum hasn't been affected by this, despite the fact he's the reason all this drama started, YouTube then clearly has a problem, and it makes them look bad. And I just worry that this will affect content creators like myself, that we can't be on a platform where we can give constructive criticism or expose people for their horrid actions without getting in trouble. So, yeah, sorry viewers, if this is not the video you're used to on my channel, I do apologise. It's not even going to be really edited. I just feel like this video needs to be addressed, and I do think more people need to address this problem, because this could affect all of us, like big or small channels, and I'm hoping this does reach YouTube. And you know what, I'm not saying ban QuantumTV, I'm not saying remove him from the platform, but give Ackman his monetization back, because he's been nothing but loyal to YouTube and he's been fair on the community guidelines. And that's all I've got to say, really. Sorry I'm not going into too much deep details, but so much has been said about this drama already. I could go on for a long time, so I'll leave a link to YouTubers who have addressed this issue, and they can go into the full story about why QuantumTV is a very controversial figure on this platform and why he needs to be maybe not removed, but, you know, punished, like, at least struck or something like that. That's all I've got to say. Thank you all so much for watching, and normal videos will return to normal tomorrow. Thanks.